Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're reacting to episode 19 of season 2 of Vinland Saga. And last episode, I don't think I've ever been so viscerally angry before as I was in that episode. Honestly, I understand that Thorfinn has taken a vow of pacifism, but I feel like he needs to make an exception for Ketil. I feel like Ketil needs to be tortured and have a very painful death because he's a horrendous person. So I don't think Arnheid's making it out of this coma that she's in. I think she's going to die. I don't know if we'll see her death, but I think with all the chaos that's going to be happening on the farm, it may be that they have to leave her behind and her fate is unknown, or that she knows she's dying and maybe she dies before they leave, because I don't think they're staying. I think they're going to use the distraction of Canute's fight with Ketil for the farm as a way to like slip through the net. I'm not entirely sure, but Arnheid's not making it. She's not. And it's just going to break my heart because we've seen this really selfish, possessive obsession with Arnheid to the point that Ketil would rather kill her than anyone else have her. He's obsessed. It's not love, because the truest form of love we've seen towards Arnheid is Einar. Einar risked his own life in distracting Snake and his men so that Arnheid could be free. He's never made her feel guilty for wanting to be with her husband despite loving her. He chose not to confess his feelings for her because he didn't want to make things more complicated. And also, he accepted that she still loved her husband. He was so selfless, so caring. Her happiness was what he put first and foremost. Nothing else mattered, just Arnheid's happiness. That is love. That is a true man. Ketil is far from it. Ketil beat her senseless, absolutely abused the poor girl, refused to set her free, even though he can't look at her the same way because she betrayed him in his mind. It's not betrayal, it's not a consensual relationship. She's a slave. She's here against her will. She doesn't want to be here, and you're not letting her go. His is the epitome of selfishness and obsession and jealousy and rage. And Einar's is just a pure love, this desire to make them happy, even if it results in your own sadness in the process. He doesn't care if he loses her so long as she's happy, whereas Ketil would rather her die than lose her. And that's just the contrast between the two of them. One isn't love and one is love. It's a pure love. And I wonder if he'll confess his feelings for her before she dies. But it's going to break my heart because Einar only ever wanted her freedom, only ever wanted her to have a chance away from here, to not be a slave. But I think the sad reality is that death is freedom for Arnheid, because life is never going to give her that opportunity. But without further ado, we're going to get into episode 19, and I'm expecting more tears. Seems to be the case at the minute with Vinland Saga. It's just crying and more crying. Between this and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I have no water left in me. Not enough.
まともに戦えるやつは100人ってとこです。
後で正確な人数把握しとけ。旦那がやるっつって聞かねえんだ。しょうがあるね。
You do have a choice. You can choose not to do this. That's what Sparkle was telling you. He didn't want you to do this.
戦に参加すればそれを帳消しにしてやるって集められたのさ。それでも相手が王と知っていれば来なかった。
Yeah.
来ちまったら帰れねえ。ノルド男の見栄があるから。
Oh, this is the issue. This is what Thorfinn's been talking about. This cycle of glory and violence to the point that you walk towards your own doom. Because you see it as honorable when it's not. Oh, Mel looks so dejected. He doesn't want to be here. Zvakal also wanted to save you from this fate snake. Oh, that look of admiration to Thorfinn, because Thorfinn's forsaking all of this. He won't participate.
ああ、言った通りだろう。すぐにこの農場を出ないと俺たちも巻き込まれるぞ、トルフィン。
はい。でも、
Arnheid. She's not in a fit state to be moved. But I think if she was conscious, she'd tell them to go and leave her behind.
本当に俺なんかを気にかけてくれて。
Oh, he's like, save yourselves because I can't go. I have to stay and protect her. Look at him. He's so proud of the man he's become.
最初に見たときは人違いかと思ったぞ。
I'm gonna cry.
いい
Stop.
顔になった。トルフィン。
It is. It suits you. Paws would be proud.
やっと会えたんだ。できんよ。お前を置いて、
Oh,
わ
Leif.
しだけ逃げるなんて。
He's ride or die.
パテルさん、また横を向かせて。
Oh, look how worried he is for her.
ルネイズを移動させることは可能でしょうか。
No.
いや、今は慎重にすべきかと。
I think it's too dangerous. Oh, the blood.
もわかるのですが。
If she's coughing up blood, it's not good.
一日、あと一日だけこのまま様子を見まし
Do
ょう。
you have one more day to spare?
マジかよ。その後はどうすんだよ。
That's the issue. Everything's escalating so quickly, you can't predict it. Oh, God.
予想より早いな。
They're not
旦
ready.
那に伝令。
They're not
北洋上に
prepared.
船団を視認。王軍団のお出ましだ。
Oh, God. Oh, God. I love that we didn't see Leif and Thorfinn reunite because I feel like that would have undercut the severity of what happened with Arnheid. It would have felt really jarring to have this really like happy reunion in the midst of the brutality of what's just happened to Arnheid and what they've witnessed. So I'm kind of glad that they did it off screen and that they didn't show it to us because it feels more realistic. Because it would be really weird, but it also gave the impact and the emotional weight to what happened to Arnheid rather than detracting from it. Because then the focus would shift from Arnheid and what happened to Thorfinn and Leif's reunion being the central focus. And that wasn't the point. The point was Arnheid and what she went through and Ketil's selfish jealousy and descent back into violence, which is what Thorfinn's been talking about, is why is violence the first resort? Why is it the first answer? But again, we're seeing here everything play out the way that Thorfinn's been talking. This pride that Norsemen have, they can't back down from a fight because cowards don't survive in this culture, because it's reiterated time and time again that the only honor you can find as a Norseman is through combat. So they're going to attach themselves to it. That's not the reason why they initially came. It was because they weren't told who they were fighting, because if they knew, they wouldn't have shown up. Like, they wouldn't be skilled enough to take down the king and his men. So, of course, they're not going to want to face a battle that they know they're not going to win. So that information was kept from them because it was strategic. It was to get as many people as they can to fight their battle for them. So they came here because Ketil said, I will wipe your debts clear. So that was what lured them into agreeing to fight for Ketil, is the wiping of their debts. But what keeps them rooted is their pride. And that's what Thorfinn warned Einar about in relation to Norse society, that you can't expect them to change when it's so deeply ingrained in who they are as a culture. And that's why they need to leave this place entirely and they need to set up and strike for new land to rebuild and to create a new society where that behavior isn't indoctrinated into the next generation, to start afresh, because as it stands, there's no reasoning with these people. There's no getting them to see from their perspective. So this is just showing us visually Thorfinn's messages of violence becoming the first resort, of how indoctrinated conflict is into their culture in terms of gaining honor and prestige, how it's socialized and seen as just a part of being a Norseman, that you can't undo that unless you start with the next generation. Because when fathers teach it to their sons and then they teach it to their sons, it becomes deeply embedded. And you can't do that unless you just overhaul it entirely, which is near impossible to do when it is the dominant ideology that is socialized into Norse men. So that's why Thorfinn's like, it's not going to work here. So we need to strike for new land, strike for somewhere else, and rebuild a society there away from this thought process. And that's the only way that we can get rid of war and violence in slavery. We have to start afresh, away, and disconnected. We have to break the cycle completely. And Thorfinn turning away from it is, again, him turning away from violence. He's refusing to participate in it. He won't entertain it. And Snake had a look of like almost admiration for Thorfinn, almost as if he wishes that he could do the same thing, that he could walk away. He was given that chance. Ferkel was pleading with him, saying that I will do anything. I will give you this farm. Just put down your sword and turn away from this life, because death begets more death, and this cycle will just continue. You're worth more than this. You're better than this. You think that this is all that life has to offer you, but you're not looking at the potentiality of there being something else, that you could be a different man, be a better man. You're so rooted in this idea that because you're running from something, that you deserve the violence that enters into your life, but that's not the case. And that's what Sverkel's trying to drum into him, but he's not quite grasping it. He feels like he has to, that he has to do what the master tells him to do, that there's a reason for his actions, but that wavering look in his eyes, I think that's a moment of respect for Thorfinn, that Thorfinn can do what he can't, which is walk away from violence, walk away from the battlefield. Oh, I love this show. I'm just not wanting to cry, but I think the tears are going to be non-stop again.
バカ勝手に撃つなこの距離で届くわけねえだろうが
I was going to say,
も
what
っと
was the
引きつ
point?
けてから一気に
Oh, well, you can't reach them at that range, but they can reach you. They are veterans. This isn't even a fight. This is a massacre.
なんであんなとこから届くんだ
The Yoms Vikings, I wouldn't want to face them in combat.
開始周囲を制圧
どうやらケティルは世と戦う気
You
らしい
knew he would. Why are you
軍
shocked?
師を出せウルフ
This is
こ
what
こ
you
に布
want.
陣しケティル側の返答を待つ
You want to fight.
以上の理由によりクヌート王陛下は反逆者ケティルとその一族に対し今日より10年間の平和喪失処分をお命じになられた本来死を賜るが妥当の罪状であるところ
He's being
ケティ
benevolent.
ル一族を生かしおきくださるはひとえに王陛下のご恩情によるものである
Benevolent by stealing his land and his riches, but okay. I don't like Ketil, but it's not benevolence and kindness. It's just straight up thievery and a justification for thievery. Because they designed this betrayal to begin with by setting up Olma.
平和喪失数人乗るなよ若造が100人
ああ奴隷と召使いを除いてな
Hundreds all they need. They're more equipped. None of them are trained.
こちらの兵力の3分の1にも足り
Not
ない
about numbers. Not a numbers game.
この地には王などに草の命知らずが5万とおるわ
I can't wait to see him kind of
皆の者
brought down a
王の罪
peg.
を上げた者には望みの褒美を与えるば
I think the only person I feel sorry for in this family is Olma. Almost the only one that I hope stays safe. Because Alma shows signs that he can change and be different to his brother and his father. He just needs to get away from them both.
全員トールギルさんくらい強えと。
Yup. Maybe more so.
じゃあそれ以外の白マントたちはこの絵に比べりゃ弱い？
Stronger.
なんだお前、見たことねえのかよ。あれが
Joms Vikings.
ヨウム戦士団だ。お前がそんなに目
He's
に
like,
開いた
oh
の初めて見た
fuck.
ぜ。
Accurate reaction.
一戦やらなきゃ旦那にはそれがわからねえらしい。お前ら逃げたきゃ逃げろ。クヌート王は逃げる時間を用意してくれてる。
Oh, I love that he's telling them that they can go. Snake, you should go.
逃げてどうする？
Oh.
あの350人のお調子乗りども、なるべく死なせねえように頑張ってみるさ。音に聞こえた鉄拳ケティルだ。
Yeah.
馬を素手で殴り殺した武勇伝は知ってるだろう。
ねえもう逃げようよ兄貴。
Oh, I don't want
意地
Snake
張って
to
もどう
die.
にもならねえって。
鉄拳のことならよく知ってる。15、6の頃に出会ってな。俺に戦場の流儀を
Oh,
教えて
Snake
くれた。
backstory because we're gonna
マ
lose
ジでめ
Snake,
ちゃ
aren't
くちゃ
we?
強かったぜ。俺にとっちゃ兄貴みてえな人だ。何年前だったかちょいとしくじってな。俺は追われる身になった。
Ketil took him in.
ケティルの兄ならかくまってくれると思ってよ。語ってんだよ、あの旦那は。たまたま名前が同じなのをいいことにな。
Wait, what?
くれたぜ。
よく今までバレなかったな。
It's not the same person? Huh? Wait, wait. That they share the same name?
さりとて他に行くあてもなし。俺はここで番犬
I'm
として
so
飼われることになっ
confused.
た。ずいぶんただ飯を食わせてもらった。
Time to earn his keep in his
そろ
mind.
そろ飯代を払わないとな。
No, you don't owe him anything if it's not the same person.
ま、お前らは好きにしろ。旦那は命を捧げるには値しねえペテン野郎だってことだ。じゃあ、達者でな。
Then why would you fight for him if he's a con artist not worth dying for? He might not be worth dying for, but you are. They're loyal to you.
かっこつけんなバカどもが。
ペテン野郎の飯食い逃げしたらそれこそ俺ら底抜けに最低じゃねえかよ。食った分くらいは働いてみせますよ。
さっきの話、ベラベラ喋るんじゃねえぞ。
Oh, and it makes sense as to why Olma didn't know and why Forgirl brought up Iron Fist Kettle and he was kind of like stricken.
100数える間に皆殺しだ。
じゃあなんでそんな奴ら集めたんだよ。
王の注意を引いてもらうためよ。
Oh god. He's got a fucking bucket on his head as a helmet.
おらんのか、トールギル。まったく肝心な時に。
I love that his helm has eyebrows.
最後の忠告です。
Don't do
やったら
this.
負けますよ。この鉄拳ケティルがあんな若造に何一つ劣るものか。
He was, but that's not you.
始まった。
No, Peter!
ご無事で、パテールさん。
No! Why? He shouldn't have gone.
両軍戦闘の真っ最中だ。
He should have gone with them.
ゆっくり、なるべく揺らさないように。これって泥棒だよね。
俺泥棒。
There's worse things to be.
そうの金は置いてきたんだ。オルフィンの友達だ。見捨ててはいけん。ここにいたら彼女は殺されてしまう。
大旦那様にお別れを言えなかったな。
Oh, Speckle. He didn't get to say bye. Oh, she's gonna die. Her son and the baby she's carrying.
寝たかい子供たち。
Oh no! Gotta! I'm gonna lose it.
ええ。馬車に揺られるとすぐに寝てしまうから。
It's the same as Garda when he saw the path.
心配するな。じきにこの暗い森を抜ける。
Oh, fuck's sake.
痛みと絶望の吹き溜まり。
But there's
血
somewhat
に乾
better
いた
through the
獣たちの森
trees.
だ。命を育む場所ではない。私たちには暖かな家が待って
It's the fact that he came to shepherd her
長く苦しい旅だ
into
った。
the next life.
でもその苦しみももうすぐ終わる。
それでもまだいるわ。
Aina and Thorfinn.
ここで生き抜こうとする命が。ガルザル、
彼らにお世話になった者た
She
ちは
wants to go back and
別
say
れを伝えて
goodbye.
くれといい。
He'll be waiting for her.
ここで子供たちと待っているよ。
Oh, for fuck's sake.
そうね。
Oh, this is painful.
えい、ナルさん。
徹底的にやれ。力の差を見せつけろ。さすがはヨウム戦士団です。
He almost looks like a biblical angel with the way that their eyes are positioned.
下がるな。突っ込め。意地を見せんかったら。
It's just a massacre, and he's just sending wave after wave.
無理だ。毛を背負って泳ぐなんて無理だよ。兄ちゃん。俺は兄ちゃんみたいになれないよ。
Oh, Alma. You don't have to be like him. Oh my god, that's a scary sight. That is menacing.
背後を取ったぞ。クヌート王。
They did say he was a good strategist. Oh my god, I'm like, I said if we saw Garda and Arnheid and her son reunited, I was gonna fucking lose it. I just didn't expect that we were gonna see the baby as well. I love that they included the baby because, of course, it's not just her that's dying, it's also the baby that's gonna die too. So I love that they included that and that Garda accepted the child because he said, I'll watch the children, you go back and thank them for everything they've done. I don't want to watch the next episode because I'm gonna lose it. It's gonna be heart-wrenching seeing them lose Arnheid. But just the imagery of them going through this dark path towards the light, towards something better. They're leaving a cruel world behind for something warm and where there's no pain and suffering. There's no brutality. They can be free with their children. It's awful. And it's the fact that she's coming back to know that she's dying and she's only awake because she chooses to go back to say thank you. But Garda understands and he knows that it's the right thing to do, that they owe Thorfinn and Aina a thank you for everything that they've done for her. But like, I'm not going to make it through episode 20, I don't think. I'm just so confused by this reveal that Ketil isn't actually Ketil, that they have the same name, but it's not the same person. I thought maybe it was like an allegory, like, oh, he's changed and therefore he's unrecognizable. No, he's just apparently straight up like a con artist that was never Iron Fist Ketil. He stole the reputation and made everyone believe that he was Iron Fist Ketil, but he actually wasn't Iron Fist Ketil. Iron Fist Ketil was a completely different person. So he's like led everyone, including Forgil and Olma, into believing that he is this renowned warrior, that he did all these noble deeds, but he actually didn't. He is just a coward, as he said he was when he confessed to Arnheid, because he said, I'm no Iron Fist. And we just presumed it's because he broke the cycle and he changed, but no, it's not actually him. He's just stolen the identity of someone else and claimed his deeds for himself, which we're going to see come into effect when we realize he's not actually skilled on the battlefield, which is why he hasn't met the enemy head on. He's just sending waves of men onto the field of battle. He's not actually fighting himself because he's scared to. And that's even more tragic because Forgil's grown up with this image of his father that's formed his understanding of what a warrior is. And he's aspired to be like that. And that led to him going down this path. And it's just tragic. He's based his life on a lie that his father perpetrated. Everything he's formed his identity around is not true. It's just sad. It's just so sad. But also, it makes complete sense as to why it seems so strange that this noble, kind, benevolent figure that he presented himself to be didn't match this warrior demeanor. But also, this kind, benevolent demeanor isn't the truth either. He's a coward. He's pathetic. He's a completely morally bankrupt individual. But yeah, I do apologize for the confusion. I understand it now. I just had to take a moment. I think it just caught me off guard. I don't want to watch the next episode. I don't. I'm gonna try and delay it as much as possible because it's gonna break my heart. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye.